I am Blake Cabot. I am the owner of facepaint.com. And today we have Emiliia, and she is going to be teaching us how to build a butterfly. And she is going to do a series of things and show you how to make butterflies, which will be fascinating. She is the official face painter for Silly Farm. She's done a lot of videos over there over on FABA TV. So please welcome her and take it away.
Hello, Blake. Hello, everybody. I'm glad to see you on another side of the screen. And today we're going to talk about butterflies. I'm a unicorn creator, but I used to paint not only unicorns, of course, but a lot of different things as face paint related. And as I noticed, there are so many face painters struggling with the variety of butterflies. Before this, I worked with catalog. I had around 4 options of butterfly. It was so limited options, like 4 colors and 4 types of details. But I always thought that it's much more possibilities to build butterfly, and it's so boring to paint the same each time every time the same butterfly. So I decided to actually I left my catalog on one of the gigs, and I decided to try to work without it. As usual, the girl came to you and asked all just the option, I want to be a butterfly, and you can work with this and you can try so many different options. But let's try to organize everything that we know about butterflies and how to build them. Okay, we can start to paint, right?
Sure.
Okay, let's get started with the basis, the basic fundamental knowledge, how to build butterfly with the right shape. It's not difficult. Let me show you. I like these petal sponges, especially in a black color. For butterflies, they work the best. And I noticed that it's so interesting and much more fun to work without catalog and butterflies, to paint whatever you want. If you saw somewhere interesting butterfly, you can try it on any girls that you will be asked to paint a butterfly. So the most important thing is to build the top wings under a 45 angle degree from the inner corner of the eyes.
Hey,
So,
Kim.
excuse me.
Oh, I'm just gonna, as people come on, I'm just gonna say hello to them.
Hello,
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 Kim from the Berkshires.
hello, Kim. I use the side of the sponge
Mm-hmm.
to place the shape of the wings, and it will be the highest part, and you can see under 45 angle. And then I use the flat surface under for the eyelids, and finishing to build the shape of the both sides.
Hey, Gilbert.
Let's open the eyes of the girl. For the bottom wings, I use the same sponge. Sometimes I use the full surface, or I grab all the colors. Sometimes if I would like to have different colors of the both top and the bottom wings, I can use the only edge, and it also time saving, and the butterfly looks more interesting, even more, because the wings will have a different colors. So let's take off the extra paint. This angle has to be also 45.
Mm-hmm.
And the bottom wing has to be the smaller size than the top wing. The other important thing that when you build the butterfly, to open the eyes, like in a makeup, you have to do this line up. Don't worry to use the wipes when you work with the kids. It's normal. And this corner up. And let's add a little bit more wing. And do you see the color good? Okay. The next important thing that you have to remember is to leave the gap between each wing, bottom and top. They should not connect to each other. It's gonna look much better. Okay, we have the color. If the girl said that I want to be a butterfly, you can pick the color on. It's gonna be up to you. You can see her outfit and just grab that color, or she can just say I love pink or I love blue color. So let's use this color for her butterfly. Then we have to outline the butterfly. To outline the butterfly, classical way is to use to do it with a line work. For line work, we can use the white color or black, for example. When you nail it, you can use another colors as usual. Yeah, I use for this reason. For example, I'm painting the butterfly with rainbow colors, and I can do outline with dark purple color, which I did for Silly Farm new paint, which is amazing. So let's outline the butterfly wings with light color. When you're gonna do this, you have to remember that all the lines have to go to the one direction, to the inner corner of the eye, and your lines have to go from thick to thin. It's the biggest part of the wing and the longest one. Then we have the tiny piece of the wing, and then we outlining right here to the eye line on the eyelids. You can add more details. All of the lines have to follow the same direction. And I like to add one more layer right here. And the bottom wing the same way. It's the classical butterfly that we can outline direction, details. Looks pretty, right? Let's outline the other side with the black that you can see. As usual, this is that you can see the difference. As usual, I'm outlining with the dark color if I'm painting on a light base, and I'm outlining with the light color if I'm painting the dark base of butterfly. Always try to do this symmetrical. The same direction through the inner corner. Let's build this one part, then smaller, the tiniest part, and eyelids. Let's add details. They're gonna look more fun.
And what kind of paint are you using?
I love this one. This black is by FAB. and the white is tack.
Got it. Okay.
And the same on the bottom's wing. You can see these lines are going from the outer corner of the eye to the inner corner of the eye. The direction changes smoothly from this to this point. Here you can see we build a butterfly with the same brush for our classical butterfly. We can paint the antennas. Antennas 1 and 2. We have antennas, or you can put, instead of antennas, a small crown. 1, 2, 3. Go. It's gonna be it's gonna have another look. And you can put gems right here. It's already will look pretty. And also with the same wings, I can show you.
Hello, Yvonne. Hello, UK. Hello, Munich.
Hello, hello.
I promised Emiliia to participate. There you go. Oh, can you move the mat over to the left a little bit? The other left. There you go. Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. And with the same wings, we can build one-eye butterfly. I'm not always actually asked about one-eye butterfly only, but I'm going to show you. You just have to put the butterfly body right here. This point going to be the connection between the body and the wings. Let's do it like this. You can see they connecting in the middle of the body of butterfly with only one point, and from here we can paint antennas. 1, 2. Okay, we discussed the outline with with the line work. Next, what we're gonna do is outline with one stroke. I like it because you can play with different colors, with more colors. Let's take, for example, this one. Let's build the shape following our rules. 45.
Hello, Idaho.
Bottom wing.
Hello, Holland.
Wow.
It's an international group.
Amazing. Hello, everybody. By the way, my board is a boy. Boys sometimes asking about butterflies as well.
Sure.
As usual, I'm painting the blue or black butterflies for butterfly for them. It also look very nice.
Hello, Peru. Hello, Germany.
Wow. Okay.
Hello, my friend.
Separating the wings. We're separating the wings. Okay. And let's outline. You can outline with similar colors with one stroke. You can pick from your palette. For example, similar colors gonna work a few of these colors, or you can outline them with contrast color. Let's do both things. They look amazing in both options. Let's outline it with similar colors. This fusion palette. You can see here on the small edge, the yellow color, which is gonna connect with our yellow base. Really nice.
Nikita says fabulous. I don't know what that means, but it sounds good.
Thank you. You have to remember about the our parts of butterfly, and just we changing the tool. We're using the one stroke to outline them, the biggest and the longest part, the smallest tiny part, all of them with direction to the same focal point, and outline the eyelid. You can see this orange connected with orange on the base, very nice. And the same we can do on the and the same we can do on bottom wing. 1, 2, 3. If you have time, you can add more details. When you nail it with one color, how to build it, you will be familiar with this. You can add more colors. You can add different colors, one stroke colors.
Hello, Western Maryland.
Let's just add a few details right here. And take off a little bit extra paint. Okay. As one another thing that you have to remember when you painting butterflies, that you don't have to paint the lower wings, lower than the nose drills, lower than the nose line. You can paint, for example, these tails or swirls, or just don't put the wings lower on the cheeks. The face is gonna look so heavy. On this way, everything looks light and pretty. Let's outline this side with the contrast color, which I'm gonna, on this reason, I'm gonna use the green color. And we're gonna have the contrast where details will be even more visible. Contrast outline and the bottom side, bottom part. I really a fan of saving a time on a job. When you have a line of kids, I use the same brush. I don't want to pick up another paint and grab another brush. I use the same split cake and one stroke to paint the antennas. As usual, I'm painting antennas on this way. One option is like this.
Hello, Italy. Hello, Romania.
And the other option, hello, Europe. The curved antennas. You can actually leave them both. They look amazing. Here you go. 2 antennas. If you want, you can put the white spots, decorate a little bit, but you can leave it as it is. So we have already outlined with line work with only one separate color. We have outlined with one stroke. We can also try right now.
Vicky says, pretty with both antennas.
Thank you, Vicky.
And Monica is from Argentina, wants to know where you're from. You're from Miami-Dade County. And this is a webinar for facepaint.com, and we do these every week. So if you want to see more of this, or you could, yeah, so that's where it is. And this will be available on Facebook if you want to watch the whole thing again.
Let me combine both cakes. Add more color. If you add a second color on the top, you have to add it on the bottom.
What brush are you using?
To balance the composition. Oh, I love this brush. It's Verona by Face Painting Hub.
Okay. And it's a 3/8 brush?
It's 1 second.
Second.
Brush. I bought it on
okay.
facepaint.com, by the way.
Brush. Got it.
Let's do the third option when I'm painting the butterflies. It's when I use mostly one stroke. It is so fast and easy to paint it. So you can see with my cake from Silly Farm that it has a wall already right here. So often I love to use it. For this kind of butterflies, first I paint the base. Metallic base will make your painting, then with the one stroke, it will make your painting more smoothly. And you will have full surface covered if you're gonna miss somewhere, especially on the eyes. So this is the base. On these moments, I usually paint the bottom. It's very fast and convenient to reach the eyes close to fill this space with the paint, and it's comfortable for kid. Really nice. Like this. So it's a gold base. Let's fix the shape. 45 triangle shape. The gap between top and bottom wings, not lower than nostrils. Open eyes. 45. Okay. Now I can show you how I'm painting this. I will take my favorite Paradise Makeup Maroon brush. It's 1 inch. And this paint, which I usually use for this case. The most important things in this kind of butterflies is to have the good contrast between dark and light colors, which you're gonna grab to flat brush. I will take a little dark and more another colors. Okay. And my real job is this super fast. Sometimes I even don't put this base. I'm building the same shape, and we have to
Monica says the color gold is best with the glitters inside. Yep.
And the bottom wing. And we can also, let's add more paint. It's a little bit transparent right here. I want you to see through better. Okay.
The palette that was just in your hand, what was that palette? The split cake. The split cake.
This split cake calls Halloween, sorry, rainbow cake from Silly Farm.
From Fab.
Fab.
Yep.
Silly Farm. Okay. And we can do one more layer. Just don't go to orange with your black. You go with the same direction. It's kind of tricky to paint on a board. There is nothing better than the skin. Here you go, and we can also, we can leave it like that. Let's repeat it on the other side. If I don't paint the eyelids with the gold base, it also works really nice, and you can cover this empty space here after your one stroke work. Just a little bit to add a shine, and that's it. 1, 2, and 3. Cool. And connect to the eye, inner corner of the eye. And let me show you one more trick, which I use with the same one stroke. I'm painting the imitation of the bottom wing, like this. You can add swirls, and you will have fairy butterfly. It's also time saver, even more fast. You're gonna reach butterfly with. So what we can paint for instead of antennas, because as I mentioned, I love time savers. I don't want to pick up another brush. I can paint a horn, and it's gonna be a butterfly unicorn. You can see on my tutorials very often a horn right here. I'm doing it for this reason, that I'm saving a time and painting something with the same brush. This horn needs to be outlined a little, and with the same brush, I can paint the swirl right here. As much time you have, the more details you can add.
Okay, and just to let you know, we're about 3 minutes in. Oh, 30 minutes in. 3 minutes.
Okay.
So we have 30 minutes.
And also we can do like this. Or you can use this brush and paint just regular antennas, and to balance the composition, you have to paint something else with the same brush. You can paint the swirls right here. And we can add a little bit more black here. And details, if you really have a time for it. But it already looks pretty. We smoothly move to decoration of butterfly. It's also have a few ways. I'm gonna show you what I used to do on my job.
Wood Dweller says that looks great.
Thank you so much. Instead of a horn, we can paint flowers. It can be double deep flowers in the center, in the middle, and smaller goes up from it. I will not do it. I don't like to paint with double dip on the board. I will paint right now the roses. To have two colors for the roses, white and another one. It is so convenient. And I grabbed this cake because we have purple a little bit right on the wings, and we're gonna paint the purple roses quickly as a decoration. One of the ways. So we had the antennas, we had the horn, now we have the flowers. On the center, the biggest rose, and the smaller on the sides.
No, I think, what palette do you have to the side? Yeah, those ones. That's Fusion?
Yes, this Fusion.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
And even more balanced the composition, you can use the same brush, the same cake, and add somewhere, for example, right here and right here. It will balance the look even better. And if I'm painting these roses, I would like to connect the roses between each other and to the wings. I'm gonna do it with round brush. I'm gonna put a few dots. If we have dots on the rose, we have to put them somewhere else. For example, we can add dots here. And this way I'm balancing the composition. Instead of roses, we can paint the rainbow. For the rainbow, let me use the same cake. Just I will grab more green, that we will have contrast. And it's gonna look different than the shape of butterfly, but still it's gonna match with all the colors. And I will put the blue on the top. It's actually teal. And I will go from one eyebrow to another eyebrow in a curve shape like this. Here you go.
Rainbow? I don't know. Which shape do you want to call it? Rectangle? Not sure.
Rainbow.
Rainbow. Okay, fair enough.
Rainbow also can be the full rainbow, and you can place some flowers right on the corners between the rainbow and wings. Rainbow can be on the full shape, and it can go from thick to thin, from one eyebrow to another eyebrow. Use the dry napkins with the when I work on with the boards, so I don't have to wait when it's dry. After wet wipes. And let me show you another rainbow from thick to thin. And on this case, we can paint some flowers and the swirls on this connection. Let's imagine that it's double dip. Double dips, it's really hard to paint double dip on a board. But anyway, I'm gonna show you schematically. you have double deep flowers on this connection and a few swirls, few drops. And we showing the direction the same way, right here, in this direction. We finished with a butterfly, which I made with one stroke mostly, with flat, big brush, 1 inch. Before we did with the smaller 1/2 inch brush, just the outline and details. And before that one, first we did the outline with line work. Now I'm going to show you the case when, for example, girl come to you which has a really small forehead and she wants to be a butterfly as well, but you don't have enough space to make it happen.
Natalista says so many beautiful variations to paint a butterfly design.
Yes, exactly. There is so many variations, and you don't have to limit yourself with the catalog. It's my opinion. I decided to paint as I have a request for a butterfly, and I can try all the options, and it's a lot more fun than to follow only what you have on catalog, few options with colors and details. You can ask, for example, do you like flowers? Most likely they will say yes, and you can paint flowers and they will be happy with fairy butterfly, unicorn butterfly, and just a classical butterfly. So we have the case, a girl with a tiny forehead. As usual, it can be a hair or just a tiny forehead, very small forehead. As usual, this place, even if we have hair on these zones, this space is empty and available for painting. And we can do a princess butterfly. A princess butterfly I'm gonna paint with the flat brush. Triangle, one wing. Another triangle, another wing. Try to do it symmetrical. If it's not really symmetrical, you can always rebuild it. What I love in a one-stroke painting. Leave the gap and paint the bottom wing. And we have butterfly. We just need to decorate it a little bit. I'm gonna do it with low kernel number 2 round brush. So we remember I already mentioned that the wings of butterfly have to connect on one point with body, on the middle of the body. So we are painting the teardrop in the center. And also I would like to separate the wings with my outline, top wing from bottom wing, and also we can do this point even more visible like this, the body connecting right here. The same principles as we're painting the eye, the mask butterfly. 1 point. We have connection right here. This is her chest. Here we go. We have the base with one stroke wet, so colors a little bit mixed. But I'm sure you understand what I mean. And let's add some details, and we're gonna have a princess butterfly. Let's connect it with the forehead. I promise you, girl, we're gonna be happy if even if she don't have enough space to paint a butterfly on her eyes, and we can also add some details on her eyes.
Connie says this is very helpful. Hello, Mexico.
I'm very glad that it's helpful. It's all from my practice and my thoughts about butterflies. I hope it's really helpful. And we have a princess butterfly on the forehead. Very often when moms wants to be painted, they really often ask about butterfly as well. You can paint, of course, the regular butterfly as I showed you before, but they really like eye corner butterflies. Let me show you how I'm doing this. They're really happy. I'm, as usual, asking what's your favorite color, and it can be blue, black, white, pink, or whatever. So let's paint this, for example, with this cake. This butterfly, I'm gonna paint for adults. As usual, I'm painting it for adult, for teens, and they love this option so much to have it on both sides of the eyes. Even better than if you're gonna paint the big butterfly, which used to be on smaller girls. They're gonna love this option. See on the eye line, the same as on a makeup, we have to open the look and paint this line up on this direction. And I'm gonna start with this direction to build the top wing and to finish in the corner. We can add more shape. And the bottom wing from the same center. As we know, the both wings have to go from one point. Just make it smaller. Here you go. A butterfly for adult. They adore these butterflies. I always do outline if I have a time, and for sure you will need the antennas and the body.
We've got about 15 minutes. You got plenty of time.
I would probably not need it so much. We're almost finishing. I'm almost done. Butterfly body. Let's place it here. And the butterfly wings. 1 and 2. And I'm painting the same thing on the other side, and the lady has 2 butterflies on the outer corner of the eyes. They're so happy. I promise you they're gonna be happy. You can also outline the shape of the main shape of butterfly. Add a few details. This direction, very tiny line to this point, and outline the bottom wing. This one turns out not really tiny. Okay, here's better. If I have a time, I'm adding white swirls. It depends how busy you are. If few kids came, you don't have to spend a lot of time for mom. But if nobody want to be painted next, for now, you can paint more details for the moms. You can put the swirl. Let's remember that here we have the focal point, and we're gonna print the swirl from the same focal point to the eyebrow, like this one, like this. A few more teardrops. And a little swirl on the cheekbone. Sometimes here's a lot of space, sometimes here's a very few space, a very little space. We can do, if you have space, we can do one more
Hello,
layer.
Scotland.
And we're gonna balance the composition even better.
Can you zoom in a little closer?
Mm-hmm. Let me try.
There you go. That's closer. Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. And also liquid glitters. I love
Mexico.
liquid glitter to put the dots on the butterfly. I don't have it with me, sorry. I'll just tell you that here will looks perfect. The liquid glitter. Dots with liquid glitter right here, and you can also paint them here.
Mm-hmm. Nikita says, thank you. These tips are very useful.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. I really hope that you're gonna use my tips on your everyday base on your work.
Mm-hmm.
We can also highlight the inner corner of the eye. Probably I will not gonna paint so many details on another side, much less that it's gonna be not symmetrical. So actually we're done with the adult butterfly in the outer corner of the eye. That's it. Do you have any questions? I will be happy to answer.
Mm-hmm. Not yet.
Okay, we can play. And
we can always do another butterfly.
Another butterfly, exactly. Arm butterfly. Let's paint out arm butterfly.
Natala says, thank you for sharing your tips with us. Kim says, seems great for a glitz event. And Lisa says, love this design.
Thank you very much. I'm glad. Thank you, Blake, for inviting me and for making this happen. I was able to share my experience with butterflies.
Mm-hmm. And
Oh,
Jenny
by the
says,
way,
thank you for the video.
oh, you're welcome. You're very welcome. We have to reach 1 hour, Blake?
Well, sort of. What kind of pictures is them? I don't know what that means, Misha. Um, no, but it's generally, that's what we generally do. If you run out of stuff to do, we're good. I mean, we can stop here. No one's going to complain after all because they can't get a refund because it's free. So there's that. But I don't know. I like doing it. We usually do 3 major designs, so we've done 3 designs. So unless anybody's got a butterfly they want, like in the next, any butterfly requests. Thank you, narrator. That would be me. Hey, Patty.
I would like to paint butterflies on the corners, how it's gonna look like on the moms, on adults, both sides.
Okay.
I saved the time because I painted on the board, which has one side.
Right. Okay, so we got enough time for another one.
Yeah. To paint, okay, dry napkin. Ooh. To paint the both sides symmetrical, let's put the marks first.
Here's a question. What size angle brush for the small butterfly? Oh, can you do one on a flower? That's an interesting question.
One on a flower.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. One moment. Let me finish with this symmetrical 2 butterflies. We made the marks, which are gonna lift the eyes. And one. Two. Can try actually to, no, it's not convenient to paint the antennas with such a big brush. Better to grab the liner or round brush. Let's paint the butterfly on the flower, right?
Okay. Or the flower on the butterfly. One of those two.
Flower on a butterfly.
Can you do one on a flower? I'm not sure exactly what that means. And in terms of removing stuff from a board, I've seen a couple things. People use alcohol. Some people just use water. Baby wipes.
Baby wipes. They
Yeah.
work pretty good. I don't have any problems.
Kim says you're really good with that 3/4 inch flat.
They appreciate it. Thank you, Kim. Let's paint the big rose. We're gonna have the space to put a butterfly. Actually, better to take at least 5/8, but we're okay. I will do it with the smaller. The outer leaves. Then in a perfect world, we have to wait when it's dry.
Elisa says, thank you, facepaint.com, for these free webinars. You are a blessing. Well, you're very welcome. Thank you very much. Okay. An occasional good clean with coconut oil is recommended.
Mm-hmm. I'm feeling all the spaces with the leaves.
Catherine says, this built up my confidence so much. Thanks from Detroit. There we go.
You're very welcome. And we have the flower. Let's paint butterfly. I think this one gonna be, let's see, before. No, it's good. We can paint the same brush butterfly. on a flower. Let's pick this point to make the center of butterfly, and let's paint the wings from this point. I'm gonna place the body and you're gonna see how good this butterfly fits on the flower. Here you go. And the antennas. Oh,
Well, Marcia, this might fulfill you too because it's sitting on an eyebrow, kind of. Now you know how to do at least a butterfly sitting on an eyebrow.
sitting on an eyebrow, it's also very nice idea. The highest, let's pick the highest point of the eyebrow. This girl doesn't have it, but it's actually, as usual, on the third or the second part on a two swords. Okay, right here. It's the highest part, and let's put it here. She's gonna sit on the eyebrow. And with body, it's gonna look like this.
Okay.
Body for these butterflies. Remember about this point. It's very important.
And you're using what, a number 2 brush on that, or a one brush?
This one?
Uh-huh.
It's number 2, but I actually would prefer to take smaller brush. It's just not so important. That's up to you. Just grab your thin favorite brush. If these brushes from Low Cornell are really good for dots, you can the tip of the bristles are really good to pick up a lot of paint to paint the dots. Let me show you. It works really nice for the swirls and teardrops with the sink. And I would prefer another brush. And you can reach big dots, small dots, amazing. The best brushes for the dots.
Now called King Art, I'm afraid.
King Art, yeah. King Art. New name, the same brushes. Would we still have them? But they actually work really, they last really long, for a long time. This brush probably more than 5 years old. I don't even need to buy new. More soon.
Connie says you did a great job.
Thank you, Connie. I hope it's helpful.
It is.
And the inner corner of the eyes. That looks pretty in the inner corner of the eyes as well.
Very pretty. Well, that is fantastic. So thank you very much. This has been great. So thank you guys for coming. Thank you, Emiliia. We are going to have Corey Morgan doing cartoon characters from 5 to 6:30 next week on Monday the 18th, 5 to 6:30 Eastern Time. And then we're going to have a masterclass with Irene Melvin doing line work and crowns from 5 o'clock to 7 p.m. on Friday the 22nd. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a great evening. And again, thank you, Emiliia. This was fantastic.